know Eric, so I know things I can ask him.
Well, we've already started recording, so we're having fun already.
So who's going to be the bleeper?
No, we'll just put an explicit. Although it's hard to translate. We need an Irish translator, don't we?
It's got to be demonetized for this one.
All right, so enough with the pleasantries. Mr. Eric, your name is hard to Google because there is lots of you.
But I am but one chiefyton, you know.
Of course. But for the purpose of our guests that are watching at home, today our guest is Eric, who, in reference to the gym, started on the 25th of August in 2017. Did you know that? Which means it's nearly your birthday at the gym.
Score.
And to date has signed into 417 classes. So congratulations, Mr. Eric.
Thanks, Chief.
Now, I do believe some fun feats at the gym is you can pick up 200 kilos.
Just about. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But squatting 200 grams is probably just as difficult.
Can't lift, can't squat. That's pretty much,
Yeah, pretty much. Pick things up. But you do have a good animal mode there. So that's where we'll start. Should we do our CrossFit questions first?
Sure. I'm easy with that. If Mr. Lampy's, I can just see him itching there.
He's itching, but I'll get the pleasantry out of the way. Do we, Mr. Eric, what is your favoritist exercise / workout?
Probably pull-ups, even though I'm not great at them, but I fucking love doing them.
Well, there you go. So a workout with pull-ups in it is always good. You're not terrible at pull-ups for a big man.
Just the volume isn't quite there. Lots of breaks, you know.
Yeah, it's a small round. A Cindy type workout with 5 pull-ups at a time. That'd be the way to go.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I'm getting photo bombed by Audrey.
Can I have drawers?
Drawers, yeah.
Can I have drawers on my head?
I don't know what that is. Okay, what's your least favorite then?
Ooh, anything with squats, heavy squats. Air squats is fine, but squats, wall sits, lunges.
Oh, you must be loving our program at the moment then.
It's fantastic. Actually, moment.
Well, here we go.
Just a word from my sponsor for this 6-week block. I don't know, that's backwards.
Your chafe palm.
Yeah.
Because your legs are getting so thick that you need that extra.
There's a lot of friction.
I see. That's difficult. Cool. All right, and then tell us how you discovered the gym, because I know this answer, but.
So which the Barwon? Barwon was pretty much.
Tell us your CrossFit story, Eric.
Well,
all of CrossFit story.
CrossFit probably started in 2014 from a pre-season training session for rugby. I genuinely thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. But it was quick to judge, and but then also like once I did it like 2 or 3 sessions, I was like, oh, this is actually not bad, and yeah, kind of got hooked pretty quick.
There you go. And where was that?
That was training with one of the boys from the rugby club who brought us in for pre-season. So it was Cam initially, and that was like Geelong, and then sort of progressed from there.
Cool, sweet. Maybe we should get Cam on the cast one day.
Yeah, it's always good for a chin wag.
Bit dark. Cool. And then I believe you did a pre-season at Barwon as well.
I didn't actually. I was injured. I was broke that season. All the other Paddies did. I was dicked up. I was on my 3rd injury for knees. So no, that wasn't fun. So that's maybe why I don't like squatting, you know.
Well, it makes sense because you're weak. So.
Pew pew. Yeah.
That's fine. No.
When you started CrossFit, was that when we were working together?
Yeah.
I reckon I remember that, because I reckon you were coming in here bragging about it, and Wayne spent half the day pulling up articles of why CrossFit was bad for you. And I think you just, every time he pulled one up, you just turned out the door and just kept going.
Yeah. Pretty much. I do remember you telling me to do a handstand in the shop, and
Yeah.
I think it ended badly. You know.
Oh, any broken limbs?
No, just broken walls.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just 110 kilos upside down in the shop is never good, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, 110. Does that mean Lampy is currently lighter than you, Eric?
Oh no. That was back then.
Oh,
This
right.
is
What are you now?
108.
108? 103.
Wow, Jesus Christ! Are you sick or something? What's going on, man?
Chemotherapy is great weight loss.
Yeah. This corona.
Now my YouTube video is going to get taken down, Matt. Thanks.
Oh.
Sorry for making it topical.
Interesting. So Lampy, I think you should take some lead here, because as much as I like to think like I understand what Eric's saying, usually I don't have any idea.
Well, now we got the serious stuff out of the way. How many classes did you say Eric had?
417.
417.
Would you like me to look up yours?
You don't keep record of how many warm-ups he's done though, do you?
I'll see if I can find it in the system. You know what I can actually find? You know what I can actually find? If I just let the bar load for a second. Oh, it's actually pretty good. He's signed into 450 classes. So what's that? 33 of them have cancelled. So he does pretty well there. Cancels about 9% of classes.
Not bad, not bad.
If he ever signs in, that's the other thing as well.
I think we should sort of gauge how much time he actually spends there too, though, because he does tend to sort of rock up late, run straight to the toilet, and then,
It's true. That is
come out just in time to avoid the squats.
It's pretty much a walking meme, that's for sure.
Ah, yes. Kleenex and Andrex, or whatever the name of the tissues are over here, don't they do well with me, you know?
Kleenex. Maybe we could ask you, Eric, you are Australian in my regard, but are you a native Australian?
No.
Why are you in Australia?
So
and why is it so brown here and not as green as where you are from?
All right. Well, so to answer you, what got me here was a GFC and an opportunity. So basically, Ireland was going to shit, and we got an opportunity to come down here and give it a crack. Jamesy, who's a member of the gym now, was only 3, and we said, "Fuck it, we'll give it a crack. And if it doesn't work, we can always go home before he needs to start school." And then that was in 2009, and yeah, we're still here having the crack. And that's the big fucker on the skateboard now. So that's tell him.
If he makes an appearance, we can skip his day.
Yeah, here he comes. But yeah, so that's how we started, and yeah, definitely. But from Ireland originally, and yeah, that's hence the thick broad accent. But it's definitely I get lots of shit from people at home because nobody in Ireland says awesome. Lots of people say savage, you know. And yeah, your drive-through still has issues with my vocabulary. Can you please come to the window?
What was that? I want all the crack. What? You're at the wrong window.
I will admit, some of the phone calls that we took in the past when we worked together, I think some of those orders were half made up, where it just sort of assumed what the customer wanted because I had no idea what the hell you were asking for. And after the 3rd or 4th time of getting you to repeat yourself, you know. But
I'll fucking email you.
I also enjoyed seeing how well you blended in with the Scots, as I know you're very similar.
Yes.
And how much you appreciated those comments at the time.
Close, you know. We're close.
Am I learning that you're half Scottish here, Eric? Is that what's going on?
No.
Is
we
it
work with some Scots people.
It definitely makes sense. I mean,
Irish people are Scots that could swim. That's ultimately all we are, you know. That's as close as we are to them boys, but they're all right. They're our Celtic cousins to a degree.
They're fun to beat on the rugby pitch.
Oh yeah, they're no offense to Craig, but yeah, they're not good at the moment, you know.
Oh, the 2020 season's not doing well for the Scottish rugby. I mean, it's not really doing well for any season, any place on earth really. So
they occasionally beat England, which is always entertaining, you know. So
just to stick it in them.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
you have a little bit of a rugby career, is that correct?
Oh, yeah. Oh, junior, but always very passionate about it.
I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, there's plenty of pictures of me with mutton ears and
Ooh.
bottom of scrums and.
Yeah, let me find them.
Yeah, I had my first cauliflower ear when I was about 26, and it was like a fucking golf ball. And it's I still have the remnants. I've got like a penis ear on this side. It's
well, it matches your penis head, I guess.
pretty much, yeah. It's most people start talking to my ear first, and then they're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, there's a person there. There's a person attached to that ear.
It's like the sympathy vote, you know.
Yeah, nice. Cool. So just a bit of junior rugby then.
Pretty much, yeah. So played, it was athletics, soccer and Gaelic till about 11, or till I was about 12, and then found rugby through my older brother, and just loved it, fell in love with it, and loved the contact. And I wasn't very good at the start, but then we sort of got into it and had, played for nearly 25 years, probably after that. So.
Oh yeah.
That was good. Lots of injuries, but never broke anything, thankfully. So that was pretty.
How many? I mean, I'll plead ignorance here. Not super familiar with rugby.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is your main thing tackling or grabbing the ball?
Oh no, just hitting rucks. So hitting unsuspecting people, basically.
Ooh, that sounds violent and fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like a BJJ fight.
Yeah, just.
Well, no, they know you get, once you hold on to them, they know you're there. So, what's your highlight of your career there then? Grand finals, you got winning, or what's going on? You made a tackle maybe?
Well, yeah, I often tried. A lot of the time, I was too slow to catch the small people, but the big fellas I like to hang out of. But the occasionally, we had this. So we won the cup or the league in Ireland. We emigrated down here. And then played 2 seasons.
So you're an Irish champ, essentially, and then you retired from Ireland, Irish football.
Ultimately, yes.
Irish rugby. Is it football or rugby over there?
In Division 3. No, it's rugby, soccer, Gaelic is pretty much even enough other thing. But we left there at the end of the season. Drank the shit out of it. Came to Australia, joined Geelong team, and then we won the cup down here. So my brother was saying, "Oh, you've won one in the north, back to back." I was like, "Okay." Yeah.
And so your brother lives down here, does he?
No, he's still back home. He's over in Galway, but yeah, he was more uncompromising than me. He was more like he liked to punch more than play.
I mean, contact sport is really just legalized violence, isn't it?
Ultimately, yeah, it was great crack. You'd always often say things like we lost the battle but won the war, or vice versa,
So you're down 40 points to 0, but like we won. Yeah. They have more black eyes than we do.
Beat some lads up,
Figure out at the end of the game there was a ball involved somewhere.
Referee's just giving up. Fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you were playing down here for a while too.
Yeah, played for since 2009 till about 2017. So probably I think I played 1 season when I was at the gym.
Yeah.
If even that. But I was getting, it was taking nearly a week to recover from games. So I thought, it's probably time to,
That's why they have off seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So what's your sport of choice now?
Oh, it's still to look at rugby, but passion is CrossFit. That's love, just the
exercise,
constant exercise. Just motivated. Would happily train if you could pay me to do it. I would happily do it. I mightn't be very good at all.
There is a Masters League, Eric. So if you get any good, maybe you fix that squad of yours.
I missed the window. I'm about 10 years too late.
You got to wait for the next 5-year block until you can jump in on the youngest person and be the biggest fish in the smallest pond.
That's it,
Yeah, cool. So obviously my co-host and yourself know each other.
Unfortunately, yeah, we had the
I'd just like to cut in here too. Just a heads up to everybody who's ever done a class with me. It's Eric's fault. Okay. Now, I really wasn't asking for this, and he told me to come down, and now I'm stuck here.
Yes, that's been what?
Do you regret that yet?
347 days and 7 hours a month.
417.
417, fucking hell.
Hey, I don't have one of those fancy shirts. Where's my shirt?
You don't? Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting for the apparel from the other order we did. We'll call it COVID supply chain issues.
You've been to more classes than me, horse, I bet, at this stage.
I don't know. I get bored more often.
I think you have.
I was ahead at one point. I don't know if I am now.
Oh yeah.
What am I up to?
A good 100.
Jesus. Fucking hell. I'll just log in. I'll sign in.
Just keep signing. All the ISO classes, just keep signing in, Eric. There you go. Sweet. So, Eric, tell us where are you at the moment? How did you end up where you are? Why Geelong for one?
Yeah, there's a lot of people have asked that. Even some Australians have asked that.
Well, I'm gonna.
People who live here ask that.
Yeah, like seriously, like fucking the guy who was doing our medical back in the day, it was from Perth and back in Ireland. And he was working over there, and we told him where we going. He was like, what are you going here? Basically, it's fucking colder. It's nearly the coldest place in Australia, you know. And it was he was baffled by the decision, you know. But it was it was just a job opportunity, which for my wife Lizzie at the time, and we settled and fell in love with the place. To be honest, it was sold to us as the best kept secret in Australia. And
is that where you learnt your sales techniques from?
Yep. Talk shit out. But so we landed there, and Lappy probably knows this, but I used to make initially, I'm a fabricator by sort of from a welding background ultimately, you know, and I landed here and I started making beauty wax of all things. So I used to come home, but you do what you do when you land in strange places. You just get the head down and the bum up, and you smell like roses and fucking strawberries when you come home. And
so you just rolling sheet metal with your hands type of thing?
Well, yeah, initially, yeah. But when we first got to Australia, I had to work in the factory where Lizzie was actually working. So they gave us a job, which was class. But it was actually, I was stirring pots of wax for 3-4 months, and then they ended up said, "Oh, he's a bit more than an operator," and they ended up letting me sell the shit so I sold the shit for about 10 months, and then myself and Lampy bumped into each other in Migamag selling welding shit. So it was good. Right. And then I fucking progressed on from there, and now I'm selling more welding shit. But it's good fun. It's good fun.
Yeah, nice. And I mean, I feel like you should have a pretty solid welder in your house and some pretty solid welding projects going on.
Generally, it's usually the neighbors hit me up. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So the weekend we were, I was cutting up a fucking horse float. So he could put on some electric brakes, and it was just like, I'll be over in 5 minutes, and just like talk shit and hop the fence. And he's an Irish fella. He's a Nordy. He'd be a bit like Damo's family. They're all hurdy-gurdies. He's harder to understand than me. Talking at the side of his mouth the whole time, you know. So
can you repeat everything you just said?
Won't make any sense if I slow down.
Well, I'm surprised you don't have a super crazy at-home gym with a strongman yoke and pull-up bars and everything, Eric. If you can weld one up yourself, there's some. I mean, you've got some time off, mate. You could make a mint at the moment.
I could, but I do have all that equipment. I have the boot full of every nice thing.
I've got none of that equipment. I'm making more stuff than you are, and I'm still waiting on stuff that you were going to get me.
That's the problem. I'm a bit slack chopped.
I think we need to start a business. I might register the name now. We'll call it the Craic Fitness Gear.
Ooh, yeah, the Craic. I like it.
Just watch people lose their minds over the name, and it can just be like someone powdering some. Be like, this is where the fitness party's at.
It's definitely achievable horse, and yeah, no, it's fucking just materials and time is all I need. And
exactly, it's the time, isn't it? It's not really the.
if you
always seem to have an abundance of one or the other.
yeah,
Cool.
that's good.
Lampy, give me some dirt, mate.
All I can think of is stories. That's the only problem.
All right,
But
no one.
I think one of my favorite ones about Eric has got to be back when we were working together and we had a work breakup. You remember this one down at Pizza Land? And I don't know how it happened, but there must have been a miscommunication somewhere down there after they took all our orders, and all the pizzas came out, and someone instead got a giant silver plate with one potato in the middle of it. And I think that was his introduction to some good old family racism.
That's just you know, it's very similar to home. You know, it's just a bit colder at home.
Well, we've got to make you feel welcome, you know.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like fun then. Cool.
But yeah, no, that's yeah, no, we worked together for what, 3 years, probably
Yeah,
2.5.
about that.
Yeah.
And then and then I ran off to play with trains, and I think you took off shortly after, didn't you?
Geez, yeah, I went off. Yeah, but fucking 3 or 4 months after that, and yeah, went selling more.
So you're saying
weather
that
shit.
Lampy was basically holding up the business, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah. He certainly would antagonize enough customers, you know.
I remember. I actually remember I used to use you as a bit of a tool when I was pissed off with the other reps, because we used to get all the leads coming through the front of the store, and I'd just bombard you with 20 leads and not give them anything, just because I was pissed off with them or something. And then you'd be frantically running everywhere, and you just disappear for weeks at a time.
That fucking Irish cunt, you know.
Yeah.
There's no hiding, you know. It's like the only Irish rep in the business, you know.
Everyone else is sitting there in chairs, springing around like, "Oh, what are we meant to be doing?" And Eric's just out selling shit.
You'd always be guaranteed abuse as well when you walk in. You know, if you came in.
Part of the love.
No, sorry. Well, love, I suppose. You'd rock up and Lampy would shout. It'd be 11 o'clock. You'd been out all morning with clients, and you go, "Oh, management hours," you know.
Afternoon shift.
Fuck off. It's like, oh, you cheeky bastard.
That's why he's the co-host too.
Quips, you know.
Yeah, okay,
I think I pissed off.
I
I pissed off one of his customers once by throwing an empty box at him too. I carried it out like it was filled with like 30 kilos worth of gear, and then just threw it across the shop. You had to calm him down quite quickly.
Yes, never a dull moment, right? Your chair was always adjusted as well, you know. So they're shortened or the back of it, you'd be like, "Oh, you fucking shit." Would fucking either glue or sticky tape your fucking mouse to the desk or something. You're like, "What the fuck's wrong with this?"
Speaking of work, you still doing bouncing?
Nah.
Is that something else that you and I share in it? Casting bouncing?
Yeah, I
Not
did.
the same place, but same venues.
Yeah, did all the that was that for 18 years probably. Only gave that up recently, yeah. So used to be in Dublin and then in Geelong as well so that was good fun. All the local.
Any differences between the two?
Yeah, actually Australians don't like to fight.
Sorry?
Australians don't turn on the bouncers.
Oh,
Which is good.
Maybe because most of the bouncers in Australia don't look like you, Eric.
yeah.
But it was
With all that tackle practice, you're just looking at people as potential tackle bags.
Yeah, but it was gas. But again, I was surrounded by big chocolate men. There's like big Murrays and Samoans looking over my shoulder, so it was always.
That's cheating. You didn't have to do anything, man.
They just distant fucking 100-mile stares, you know. It's like with their eyebrows. Those are great backup, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
let me switch gears for a sec. Your son Jamesy trains with us as well.
Yep.
And you guys train together quite regularly.
Yep.
Not having a son of my own, tell me what that's like.
Ooh, right. Okay, so he was reluctant initially. He thought it was daft. So similar approach to myself. And then realized, whoa, look at all this. I'm changing, you know. And he went from quite a. He's still, he's not the giraffe he once was, as he was christened by yourself. He's starting to change shape, and
you could call him almost maybe an emu or an antelope or something. Maybe
he's lots of sinew. He's very sinewy at the moment.
Still slight, but you can at least see some definition.
He still reminds me he's got like an 8-pack, and I'm like, does it count when you're skinny? I don't know.
Yeah, I won't mention the phrase there. But I mean, it helps.
But we have a bit of crack, and he likes some exercises. He does. I must admit, when we started I think it was 2 nights ago, we started the workout, and he's like, "This is fucking stupid." And I'm not sure if the mic was on or not, but I had to tell him to shut his hole pretty quick, you know.
No, that's all right.
I think we all have those moments with CrossFit, though. I know Dudley's given me plenty of those moments.
I give him some to myself. I'm always testing stuff out, fellas, and I'm all like, "No, that's not going to work."
Yeah, but it's always entertaining. No, he's keen. He's fucking like the run the other night when he galloped off. It's like, you fucker, you know. It's like, and I tried my best to catch him. I was like, nah, he's gone. Yeah, eating his dust.
Did you get more pride or pissed off then?
I was proud and pissed off. It was a healthy mix of both. I was like, yeah, that's all right. But then I was like, I've got 40 pegs on him, so I was like, fuck you. You know, you can have your 30-second lead. You know.
I mean, what happens when he starts out squatting you though, Eric? Because I couldn't imagine that'd be far off.
Yeah, it's not going to be long. Like, yeah, no, mine's going backwards. You know.
It's that 1% drop per year. Meanwhile, he's on a 10% rise.
Nah, he's but it's good. It's really good to pick him up, pick him up from school, and it's like, yeah, or meet him there, and he's like, fucking boom, let's get after it, and I must admit, that's class. It's a good bonding. Yeah. Even if he's a cheeky fucker most of the time, you know.
Yeah, or he doesn't listen, or he have to explain it 5 times, but that's okay. That's half the job, half the fun.
He'll piss and moan until you tell him to suck it up, and then okay, I'll do it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think he'll watch everyone else. He gets a bit of peer pressure to do things. So,
but even when he trains before soccer, you know, he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't be training," and then all of a sudden, that was class. You know? Look at my gun. He's like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you do a sport as well, that's why I encourage sport so much. Like, especially with the young kids, if they're doing a sport and training, they just dominate the field because they're so much stronger than everyone else.
To see, I think that they played the last game of the week against somebody, and he was like, genuinely, he was throwing lads around the place. And like, not that you throw lads around the place in soccer, but he was using his body weight, and it was just like, and legally,
his what?
Up, you know, saying and it's like, but he didn't do anything. He didn't put his hands on them. It was just, you know,
just mass.
Power.
Yeah, mass and power. Yeah,
mass leverage and fucking. I was like, go on, you horse, you know.
So Jamesy's born in Ireland, then.
He's a Paddy as well, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then
2005, yeah.
You have another son.
And then Willie B, yep. Little Willie. So he's
how old's he?
He's 9. So he was 2011. So yeah, so he's our token Aussie.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
So he's the only one that won't get deported.
Pretty much, yeah. He'll get to stick around, you know. But, he's fallen in out of love with the gym occasionally as well. He
no,
then he gets there and he loves it.
Fills out the beanbag very nicely.
He does.
Maybe if we get some more of those kids classes going on, we can get him in.
Yeah, that's like I said. Once you tell him, he's like, not going on, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, and then he's on the rings or he's on the bar, and he's
Well, I'm sure he sees his brother do it, so monkey see, monkey do type stuff.
That's it.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Lampy?
I got nothing.
All right, cool. Let's leave it there then, Eric.
No about the horse.
Let me ask you 3 things.
Yep.
I'm slowly stealing things from other podcasts.
Okay.
Okay, you're talking to a brand newbie at the gym, trying not to scare them. What do you tell them?
Again, I think I heard this off somebody else, but the way it was sold to me, I don't know, it was fucking Cam or somebody told me this, and it's resonate. It always resonates because it's like, even if you have a break and you come back, the more you do it, the less it sucks. It'll always suck, but it just sucks a little bit less every time you do it.
That is true.
That's true. But you get better. Yeah.
I think
That's not what you told me. I think you told me that, what was it? The worst I can do is hurt myself. So I think that was the advice you gave me.
I never said that. No.
Well, injuries come with any sport, but we try and keep it as safe as we can.
Well, that's actually since I started CrossFit, that was one thing I noticed with rugby. I didn't pull a muscle. Never pulled a muscle.
Really?
Never. Always had a dicky back. Never hurt me back. I did the main, like I did cartilage twice, but that's impact. That's not.
Yes, you get catastrophic injuries here, and you get hit.
Yeah, but never pulled a muscle, never strained a groin, never hurt me back again.
Oh.
And haven't. So.
Well, that just shows that strength is never a weakness. Well done. And then let me hear another question. What do you do at the moment that is the best, you reckon gives you the best bang for your buck to keep you strong as a geriatric?
Oh.
Or healthy. We can go healthy.
Oh, nah. Strong is good. Oh, geez, I don't know. Fucking.
Doesn't necessarily have to be right now.
These are hard questions because you fucking program the gym, but
well, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you follow my program. That's what keeps you strong.
No, the ones that so cleans, bench, and pull-ups. That's my fucking
I mean,
they're my three go-to when I'm I'm never stuck for something to do or want to go in and practice something. It's like
it's interesting why you're so good at deadlifts. Then I think it's because of that's the sort of pushing power is so high with you. Like you can.
I'm so surprised. Why are you so surprised?
Well, because all the other lifts are so low.
This is like a backhanded compliment, you know.
Got some negging in here. It's amazing, Eric. Someone like you does so well.
Me and Mac have talked about this. You have a lot of like animal strength. You're similar to Boob in this regard, right? Low efficiency, but just huge horsepower. See? Yeah. You pick like a dumbbell sled workout, and I'll be like, yeah, Eric's going to win this as long as it's under 3 minutes.
It's a bit Oh, the 1 mile run was a bit like that. It was like fucking first 400, and I was like, oh
yeah. I think I ran my first 200 in like 25 seconds. I was like nailing it. No, that doesn't sound right. That sounds really quick.
And James was like, why did your strides get so small?
Because I'm tired. Then we'll put you on the spot for the last one. You have to commit on the internet because that's where it's going. What can you do to improve from now on?
Improve.
Yeah. Health, diet, lifestyle, whatever.
Oh man, there's fucking so much, man.
You gotta pick one thing and tell the world you're gonna do it.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be big.
Jesus. Now
Jesus.
I don't know. Probably,
Jesus.
I'm gonna. All right. Well, I don't know what's a realistic goal. Yeah. Well, the squatting is probably my most. Are we talking lifestyle or fucking gym town?
Anything. One thing let's say you're at 70% now. What's going to take you to 71%?
Oh fuck! Just give up the beer.
Okay, that's probably
that's on the internet
for an Irishman.
You got to commit now.
Okay, let's not drink in this window. Let's drink at this window and that window, but not this window.
Sounds good. Back window, front window.
Yeah. Sorry, I picked up innuendos from that. Innuendo.
That'll work. All right.
Yeah.
Usually we try and do a super awkward fist bump.
Which way am I now?
Matty, you're
up this time.
Now you're up to the middle, Eric.
I'm gonna go this way.
You're also wrong. Me and Eric got it.
Where am I meant to be?
This side.
This side.
Where am I? Am I in the middle?
Your left side.
I'm left side.
No, you're on the bottom, Eric. You got to go.
I'm top right at the moment.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Ready? Go up. There we go.
Oh, that's a fantastic thumbnail.
Nah.